Why are you phoning me?
Gary, I promised you that I will never utter your name. But I eloped with you. So you are just as responsible for this as I am. It was not just my fault alone. I even tried to kill myself, but I survived. Now you must give me the life that I have always wanted, and stay by your promise.
That means it was Gary, with whom Sirat eloped. Aren't you coming in, Angad?
Do what you came here to do.
Should I tell you a secret? Although you are trying to guard this front door, what if I escape through the back door?
Hello, Sirat. I will always be grateful to you. But leave me alone now. Who is she talking to secretly like this? Don't message or call me from now on.
Hey, want to watch this in your own language subtitle? It's super easy. Just click the CC button. If you're on your phone, tap the CC button above. If you're watching on a TV or laptop, click the CC button below. Choose your language, English, Arabic, French, Spanish, German, and many more. And enjoy the series your way.
Whom were you talking to over the phone? I'm asking you something. Answer me. Why are you silent? I mean, I have accompanied you to your house so that I can keep an eye on you. And you have taken advantage of the situation and talked to someone over the phone. Tell me. Tell me the truth. Who was that person?
What's wrong with you? Are you having an episode? Did you drink something inside?
I drank tea.
Didn't you ask? Are you sure the tea wasn't spiked with something? With some intoxicant? You won't stop talking.
I'm not blabbering. In fact, I'm saving your time and energy. I thought you would ask me these questions after some time anyway, so I just asked them myself. You can thank me if you want.
She has a weird answer for everything. Answer it now when you know the questions.
No way! If I tell you everything, what would you find out on your own? Wait for a moment. The 7 days are not over yet.
That's enough.
One more spoon.
Angad, please.
Tell me, are you feeling any better now, Mother? Take the medicine now and get some rest.
How can I take some rest? I'm going through such inner turmoil. How should I deal with it? Perhaps I will never calm down. Yesterday I was suffering from low blood sugar, so now I might suffer from a heart attack soon.
Mother, please don't say that.
Will the truth change if I don't say it out loud? Because you won't change your actions. You've made it into a habit. You hurt first, and then you seek an apology. You say that you will not repeat it, and you make a promise, but you do the exact same thing again. I just don't know. Every word that you say, it seems like a lie. You grew apart from me for Sahiba. And now you're treating me like a stranger.
Mother, that's not true.
Then what is this then? Now that you're not telling me everything? Not telling me what is going on between the two of you? What are you saying now? Is what they are saying true? That your hatred and anger towards her, that it's all suddenly disappeared? Do you love her? Have you accepted her? Whatever it may be, you tell me the truth now.
What would I tell you when I have nothing to say? There's nothing between Sahiba and I. There never will be. Please just drop it. Please take rest and take care of your health. We can talk about this later too.
Manveer, my dear. The doctor has suggested you not to be tense. Take rest. Moreover, worries and tension, These things make it worse. They won't solve anything. Have faith in God. He won't let anything go wrong.
Aunt Manveer, what happened to you? I heard that a doctor was here yesterday. What did he say?
Gary? He said that she was suffering from really low blood sugar and that's why she fell unconscious.
What are you saying, Mom? Aunt, please take care of yourself. Ever since Sahiba's come to this house, Aunt Manveer has not been keeping well.
What shall I say? A mother-in-law can take rest after her daughter-in-law's arrival, but the situation is different here. It's difficult for her to even breathe after Sahiba's arrival.
Prabjot, perhaps you have forgotten. It was Sahiba who saved Manveer's life. Her health condition has improved because of Sahiba. The doctor said that she saved her life by making her eat sweets. Hey, Jessie. Now that you are telling Gary, tell him the whole thing.
Bro, I can't bear to see Aunt like this. Please say something to her. Take action to help her. Ever since Sahiba came here, our family has lost all peace. Why are you being so lenient with her? It's not like you love her. Don't forget that Sahiba and her sister fooled you. You can't be so soft on her after that.
What nonsense, Gary! We're already so worried and you're instigating Angad right now. Stop it! And stop calling her by her name. Have some courtesy now. Refer to her as sister-in-law and not Sahiba.
Sister-in-law, my foot! She tricked Angad into marrying her. And you know something? Marriages cannot be based on lies, Aunt Gurleen. Angad and Sahiba are married only on paper, you know? We all know about her true class and lack of status. She has been duping my brother. So as a younger brother, it is my duty to tell him when it's wrong, to show him what he is blind to.
My type? My class? Is it also your duty to verify the status of girls like me? I mean, you talk as if you've researched very deeply on this topic, haven't you? How did you gain this knowledge? Is it old experiences? Or new? It's good to see that you care about Angad and his mother. But your actions don't match your words somehow, Gary. You're usually outdoors anyway. Not just during the day, but also at night. Do you work at the office at night too? So hardworking you are. You even came to the hospital that day, right? But you left abruptly. Whom were you so worried for? Or were you just pretending?
I was worried for Angad.
Really? Then why did you leave him at the hospital?
Yes, Gary. That night you weren't even at home.
What's wrong? Why'd you go all quiet? Can't you recall where you were? Let me remind you. I heard Angad telling you to go to the office so that the business doesn't suffer. Pam was going to send you the meeting details too, right? And then? Did you attend any of those meetings?
course. I attended all the meetings. I forgot amid so many meetings. But now I remember. I had handled all of Angad's meetings for that whole day.
Really? Well, what happened? Answer the call. You're handling the whole office, so it could be an important call. You answer it. I'm sure that everyone here can wait for you. Please, just go ahead.
I'll be back.
Had you called me?
What a stupid question. Of course I had. I spoke to you.
No, you didn't talk to me. My phone wasn't with me then.
What?
What did you say?
Well,
Sahiba knows all about us.
What? What do you mean? So when I had called you then, Sahiba had your phone?
Yes.
Are you out of your mind? How can you let this happen? Oh gosh. Now I understand why Sahiba was questioning me like that. What right exactly do you have to question Gary?
I just had some questions, and so I asked, do you have a problem? You were fine when he spoke ill of me, isn't that correct? You did not ask him then, who gave him the right to talk about girls like that? He was silent then, so I speak up now. I just wanted some answers. To find out the truth. To expose what lays hidden. To find out the truth. Are you scared that what I said might come true?
Angad, you tell her right now to get out of my sight.
Did you not think what would happen? Are you really a total idiot?
First of all, stop with this attitude that you're giving me. Do not even think about shouting at me or raising your voice. You must have heard my voice note. So tell me the answer.
Sirat, what do you want from me? I mean, what can I do for you?
What can you do about it? It's all you're doing, Gary. My life would have been settled. All my dreams would have come true. But swayed by your sweet words, my life is now ruined. I live a life worse than you can imagine.
Please, do not start that sob story again.
Gary, I am done crying and feeling sorry for myself. I am not calling you to share my troubles and woes, but I called you to tell you the happy ending that's going to happen. So, Mr. Gary 𝐒𝐕𝐄, listen to me very well. You only have a week, and in those 7 days, you will speak to both of our families about our marriage and alliance. What happened? Did you not hear me? Don't worry, I can repeat it for you. You have 7 days, and in those 7 days, you will speak to both of our families about our marriage and alliance.
Sirat, but you said you wouldn't name me at all.
Forget it. Forget all that I said to you now. But do not forget what I told you now, Mr. Gary. I have chosen you, Gary. I chose the Brar family as my in-laws. You must accept it, and all that has happened now, I am not solely responsible for it. You are equally to blame, Gary. So why must I suffer alone in all of this? You must bear the consequences with me. Do not forget, you only have 1 week, Gary.
But Sirat... How dare she? She hung up on Gary. You dare to hang up on me? She is clearly emboldened by that evil cyber. I must teach her a lesson. But if I do it now, then it'll all come crashing down on me. What do I do? What do I do? What?
Excuse me? What is it? Why did you hang up the phone upon seeing me?
People usually hang up once a conversation's over.
Similarly, people abandon others once their purpose is served.
Well, I don't know what you mean. And why are you in my room?
I had to ask you something. I came to find out that my dear sister, Sirat Kormonga, that both of you know each other well. Gary, do not be so shy. So that day, when Sirat went to meet with Angad on the coffee date, you saved her from those hooligans. Really? You care so much for others. But tell me, did you tell Angad of this or not?
Leave him be. I've noticed something. You like to meddle in everything, don't you? Be it a matter concerning you or not. Here's some advice. Free of cost. Know your limits in the Brar mansion. How dare you speak to me like that? I'm Gary Baveja. And I'm way above your status. So be careful, or you'll get it.
This is the problem with people. People will always want to give advice to others. Yet they don't follow their own advice at any cost. You ended up getting hurt. This is what happens when one pokes his nose everywhere. You should really protect your pride. Because when I expose you before everyone, you won't be able to save your pride. With a broken pride, your attitude will. I asked Gary some questions. That made Angad angry. No. Before I act, I should gather evidence against Gary.
Gather evidence against whom, sister-in-law? Who are you talking about? Is everything all right?
Yes, everything is fine. I talk to myself when I work on something. Come on in.
Wow! These designs are amazing. But I think I've seen these designs before, somewhere else.
You might have. They are basic designs. Anyone can make them.
You're so amazing, sister-in-law. You're so full of talent. You're such a great artist. Yet you're not even arrogant.
The thing is, artists are lifelong students. We learn as long as we live. We all should have the desire to learn. However, pride can counter that desire.
Wow, sister-in-law. Even when you're talking about simple things, why do you sound so deep? May I say something?
Go ahead.
I know that you don't have a good impression of Brother Angad. It's not correct, though. He's not just someone who throws around money. He's also very kind. And he has an eye for talent. You see, he treasures the art as well as the artist. You'll see, when the misunderstandings between you are cleared up, he'll notice your talent and become a huge fan of yours. Once he notices your talent, he might even appoint you as the head designer of Brar Jewelries.
I don't want him to become a fan of mine or to praise my skills. I just want him to stop quarreling with me. It'll be more than enough for me if he gives me respect.
Really? Is that so? Then remember this, sister-in-law. The ticking of a clock tells us that it is working. And just like that, quarrels between two people tell us that love is growing. Now here's your food, so please eat it, okay?
It's a tradition to give clothes to the son-in-law when he visits for the first time. So this is all for Angad.
Dad told me to give this suit to Angad. I'll give it to him.
I heard you went out with that girl in the car, didn't you? So, well, where did you take her for an outing?
Mother, why would I take her on an outing? 𝐶𝐈𝐵 was going to her house. I merely tagged along. It was to keep an eye on her.
So you went to go keep an eye on her? Well, it seems like... well, you can't take your eyes off her.
What are you saying, Mother? Look, I understand. You're only going by what you see. Let me assure you, 𝐶𝐈𝐵 and I don't have a relationship. We've made a deal and I can't tell you anything about it right now. Let me make this clear to you. 𝐶𝐈𝐵 and I will never have a relationship between us. I don't even like her one bit. I don't care about 𝐶𝐈𝐵 or her family. Their existence doesn't even matter to me at all.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
It's a matter of a few days, Mother. Then you shall see. I will make their life miserable. I've given 𝐶𝐈𝐵 one last chance. And after that, even if she falls at my feet and begs and pleads, she won't get another chance to hide her wickedness. That's why I went with her, to keep an eye on her. I didn't step into that junkyard of hers. I can't even stand the sight of that family of liars. So I sat and waited for 𝐶𝐈𝐵 in the car.
You did the right thing. The Mongols don't deserve to host someone from the Brar family, do they?
I know, Mother. I know.
How do you wear so many masks, Mr. Angad Singh Brar? For you, changing colors seems to be your forte. Indeed, I must laud this talent of yours. You can defeat anyone at being a hypocrite, it seems, truly.
Stop this nonsense right now.
Say it when I speak nonsense, and I'll stop it. But for now, I'm speaking the truth. I won't stop speaking the truth no matter what. What did you say about me and my family? We're frauds. We're liars. What are you? Even you are a liar. Aren't you ashamed to pretend to be nice in front of my family? If you cannot respect, you should not pretend to. Didn't anyone teach you that? You toy with the feelings and sentiments of the elderly. This is who you are. You pretended to be a nice person when you met my father. Hello there. Take care. How are you doing? And my father believed your pretense to be true. He considers you to be a nice person. But your true colors are these. A person who judges others on their financial status can never respect anyone.
Wow. The pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? I just heard that saying, and I've seen it take shape. You and your family are frauds and have ruined our lives, and yet you stand here giving us discourses on nobility, is it? You say that you never hide anything, so what was this? Eavesdropping. Were you eavesdropping on us earlier? Eavesdropping and spying on others is in your blood, isn't it? Because really, you can't sleep peacefully unless you get to do it. But I promise you, this won't work here. So get out of here!
Spying on others, backbiting, and eavesdropping is neither in my blood nor in my upbringing. However, it seems your son has this talent in abundance. I wonder where he learned it from.
Oh, you are speaking way too much, girl.
He left this behind at my place. I have come to return it. I didn't come here to eavesdrop on you. You lied many times to prove me a liar and to collect evidence against me. I will fulfill Sahiba's wants and wishes. After all, she is my wife. I will take her home for the post-wedding ritual. At my place, you insisted on staying back. You must have told your mother about all that happened. But did you tell her that you agreed to stay with me in the same room that I was in?
Mother, well that...
Oh. You didn't tell your mom about that? Why? Oh, I see. I'm so foolish. You wear a mask in front of your family as well. A mask of nobility. You won't take it off in front of your mom. You will pretend to be noble in front of her.
What insolence was that? You answer me right now!
I don't want to talk to you. Leave me.
Not unless you answer me. What did you
Let go.
say?
Let go of me.
I'm asking you.
Let go. Let go! What is this? Why behave like a savage?
Thank your stars that I'm not a savage.
Before touching me or forcing me, think twice, or else I will.
Or else what? What will you do? Why are you struggling to free yourself? You are my wife. My legally wedded wife. Then why are you scared of me?
I am not a coward to be scared of someone like you. But your evil thinking does scare me because a wife is not a trophy for a man to assert his right over her. Nobody has the right to force himself on a woman. Not even her husband. What kind of a person are you? You make and break ties as per your convenience. At times you call me your wife, and at times you disregard our relation. Before asserting your right on your wife, you must earn her respect. Learn to respect the relation before asserting your rights.
You have known me so well. What all have you learnt about me, huh?
I have learned for a fact that an insolent, mannerless, and arrogant person like you will never change. The one who can't value love and affection will never respect my parents. And this pretense of yours has brought immense peace to my parents. So thank you. But that doesn't mean I will put up with your atrocities elsewhere. Don't show me your arrogance, 𝐿𝐿𝐿, because I know how to break your arrogance. If you have any doubts, you may test my patience. You hate me for some reasons. I will prove those reasons are baseless. The people who you trust blindly, they are the ones that have backstabbed you. I will ensure that the people because of whom we had to get married for are punished and pay for it. This marriage is causing more agony to me than it is causing to you, Angad. Aunt, you called for me?
Yes, dear. It's the festival tomorrow, and a family tradition, you know. Every year, a couple from our family goes to the temple and does the service. Mother-in-law said that this year, you and Angad will do it.
You can lie to the world, Gurleen. How will you lie to the Almighty? Angad and Sahiba are not a couple. Their marriage is a sham, and we all know it. But despite knowing that, Mother-in-law wants to send them. This girl doesn't deserve to be a part of our family's traditions. Forget tradition now. She knows nothing about our day-to-day rituals.
I may not be aware of this family's rituals, ma'am. But there is something I can do with sincerity. That is service. Since childhood, on the eve of this holiday, I've been visiting the temple to serve the devotees. You say that I should go with Angad and...
I will not go to the temple with Sahiba. Going there with her will not honor any tradition of ours. Neither do I regard her as my wife, nor the daughter-in-law.
What is wrong, dear? Are you all right?
What's wrong? Do tell us. Did you bathe with cold water at this late hour?
My son is not stupid like you are.
I see. Then what happened to him? Never mind. Take care of yourself. Aunt, I'll surely visit the temple to offer my services tomorrow.
I told you we won't go to the temple together. This daughter-in-law act won't work.
Don't worry yourself. I'm not going to exert my rights as your wife or daughter-in-law of this family. I'm doing this for faith. Every year on this holiday, I offer service at the temple. This year will be no different. Anyway, I like offering service at the temple.
No one asked about your likes or dislikes.
But I've still told you. Sometimes you say that I am your wife and exert your rights when alone. And then at times you say I'm not worthy of your family. I suggest you should make up your mind first, and then let me know.
Sahiba, my dear, every year on the special day, a lavish meal is prepared for everyone. It's a full-blown feast with a huge variety of dishes. But why did you ask me not to buy anything?
Well, you see, that's because I bought all things and utensils required for the feast early this morning.
My dear, why did you take the trouble? You could have asked me.
Don't worry, Mr. Suri. I used to do this at home too.
Look, as long as Sahiba was here, I'd never be worried. Look how Kirat has shopped. These 4 items are missing. Kirat!
You had sent her back to the market, didn't you, Santosh?
She isn't back yet.
No.
Oh, listen. Please get these 4 things from the market.
Oh, Toshi, I'm already late.
So what? I'm also running late too. You're rushing as if you have an appointment with a prime minister. Just get these things.
It's the festival. The store's crowded. Everyone's looking for Sahiba. 𝐀𝐻𝐕𝐄 can't handle the crowd alone. I have to go help him.
But what about this?
I'm sure you'll manage.
How will I manage? I can't manage everything alone. It is said, you don't value a person until after they've gone. While Sahiba was here, she managed the household, shopping, and business all alone. I don't know.
Mom, I could go to the market if you want.
You'll go to the market?
Yes, it's not too far. Give me the list. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll get the remaining things required for the holiday.
You need not go out. Things for the holiday, what do you have to do with it anyway?
Sahiba visited the temple every year to do service, right? I can go instead of her this year. It is a result of her service that she has a good life now. Maybe if I earn some virtue, my life might improve as well. You could say that I want to atone for my mistakes.
No. Your mistakes are not so small, Sirat. That atonement would just wash everything away. And service done with a selfish motive is of no value, Sirat. So let it be. You won't go anywhere. Forget about stepping out. Don't even think about it. You will not leave this house, is that clear? She wants to go out.
I had never imagined that on the day of this holiday, I'd go to the temple to offer service all alone. Do you know what? Every year on the day of this holiday, my dad and I would do service at the temple.
The aroma is amazing.
Isn't it? This is sweet yellow rice, Mr. Suri. It is cooked especially on this holiday. It tastes even better when cooked in an earthen pot.
May I say something? I have worked at the Brar mansion for many years, but I've never seen any daughter-in-law of the family cook with such joy and enthusiasm to prepare a feast for the special day. Except Miss Manveer, of course. On Angad's birthday, she usually does the cooking.
Mr. Suri, please serve lunch now. Everyone's here. Mr. Suri! Where is the food? Everyone is at the table.
Miss Manveer, Sahiba has cooked lunch today. She will serve it herself.
How dare she even enter that kitchen? Who even gave her permission? Who allowed you to enter the kitchen?
Please do not get angry, ma'am. Actually, every year on the day of the holiday, I wake up early and cook something nice for the family. So I just thought that...
So you thought that you would do the same here, did you? Did you forget that this is not your home? That we are not your family? So why give yourself permission to enter this kitchen?
Speaking of permission, Grandpa himself asked me to enter the kitchen the other day. You all don't consider me a part of your family, but I live in the same house as you all. That makes you all my family too.
How shameless can you really be? Do you think that our family would eat some food that is cooked by you?
I have never spoken directly to you. Do you know why? Because I never considered you worthy of it. But there's one thing I don't understand. Your motive was to get married to a guy who belongs to a wealthy family and have a good life, right? You've already achieved that. So why all of this show off to impress us now? Look here, girl. Today is a very auspicious day. Let us be at peace today at least.
It wasn't my intention to trouble you all. I was going to eat at the table with all of you. But I would not want my presence to ruin your celebrations. Just that I have always celebrated this holiday this way, even at my parents' place. So even here, you all don't consider me a part of your family. But there are some members of this family who treat me like one of them and care for this family. And most importantly, they expect me to care for this family as well.
Loving the drama so far? Don't miss the next twist. Hit that subscribe button now for more English-dubbed twists, turns, and unforgettable moments every single week. Real drama, real emotions, all in English.
You all don't consider me a part of your family. But there are family members who consider me as one of their own. They think of the family. Last but not least, they expect me to take care of this family as well. Grandma, Grandpa.
God bless you.
Happy holiday, Grandpa and Grandma.
Same to you, my child.
You have a happy festival as well, my dear. May the Almighty bless you.
Shall I serve food for you so long?
Of course. Thank you, dear.
Sister-in-law, let me help you.
Whoa! What's all this? Why serve food in earthenware like poor people? Listen, my family isn't poor like yours. This is a modern family. Even our servants live better than your whole family. We can't have food served in these flea market pots. You spoiled my appetite.
The thief shouts for help.
What?
Well, you see, only thieves would know. what happens in a flea market. I never visited a flea market. As far as these clay pots are concerned, the food we have for this holy festival is prepared in an ethnic way. So I didn't use the utensils we use daily. Food cooked in clay pots has a distinct taste. When everyone tastes the food, you will understand what I mean by that. Even you should have some, Gary. But just be careful. By having pure food, bad intentions and lies are easily caught.
Listen, your ways will not work here at all. Nobody will fall for your drama and your pretentious ways. So please stop trying to pull something.
Exactly. When Angad doesn't consider you his wife, then why do you want to show off so much? Tell me.
After all, what did Sahiba do that all this is looking pretentious and overindulgent to you? During the holiday, the women of the family cook food for everyone. But in our house on this holiday, the male members cook food.
On this special day last year, Jaspal and I had cooked all the food.
Manveer, Angad had gone to Sahiba's house for the post-wedding rituals. Then why are you saying that he doesn't consider Sahiba his wife?
Well, Grandma, that doesn't mean that Sahiba will behave herself at all. Our family has some rules. Sahiba can't just change the rules at will. She can't enter the kitchen.
Where I should go in this house, or what I should do, isn't for you to decide, Angad.
Look at her audacity.
I am not your slave. I agree, this is your house. But just because I'm staying here, doesn't mean you can dictate me. I didn't do anything wrong. Neither have I insulted nor hurt anyone's feelings. What I did was with good intentions only. I've been doing this since childhood. I will continue doing it, whether you like it or not. I don't need your validation here, Angad. Even if we considered ourselves as a couple, I wouldn't let you meddle with my faith and my beliefs like this. Grandma? Grandpa? I hope you will like the food that I made. Once again, I wish you well for the festival. May you live long and prosper.
Sahiba, hold on. Dear, I know how much effort you put to cook our meal. I saw it. I swear to the Almighty, today, when I saw you working hard, you reminded me of myself. When I was a newlywed with this family in the house, I too had prepared food for this holiday, for the entire family, my dear. Exactly like this, using earthenware. Sahiba didn't do anything wrong. Mr. Brar and I will definitely eat the food that Sahiba prepared.
On that note, I also relive moments of the past. What do you say, Jamjot?
You have prepared the sweet yellow rice too, right? I'll eat that dish first. Yes.
I will bring it.
Go, bring it.
Excuse me.
Angad, my dear. Please sit. Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
This is absolutely wonderful. It's so good that I want to kiss your hand.
You're absolutely right, 𝐀𝐁𝐿. The dishes that Sahiba made are delicious.
Please, have some more.
Enough, thank you, dear.
Sahiba, my dear, you'll also take a seat. I'll serve you the food.
No, Mr. Suri. First, I'll go to the temple. I'll eat my meal only after the prayer. You eat your meal.
Drama, drama, drama. Her melodrama never ends.
Do you want anything? Don't be shy. I've prepared enough for everyone. So if you have some more, we won't run out of food.
Yellow rice is actually quite delicious and looks good too. They add saffron to it as people finish it fast. I've soaked the saffron. Now you add it. Do you get it?
Yes.
Now stir it. Enough! Fool! Do you want to ruin it? Listen, 𝐀𝐻𝐿. I've told you many times to do some kitchen and household chores for once in your life, but you never do it. Your focus is only on wrestling. You'll even wrestle in your husband's house. There's no one who will teach you anything, understand? They will only taunt you, so learn it.
They can only taunt me if I get married, and I don't want to get married. Also, what's the point of learning all of this? Those girls who keep saying that they don't want to get married and settle down, get married very soon. Learn it. Your mother is teaching you and it will be useful to you.
That's nonsense.
I won't get married, even by mistake. Also, even if I get married by mistake, I will not prepare the food. My husband will prepare it. I'll make him clean the house and do the laundry and dishes too. And if his mother didn't teach him all of that, you will be useful. I will have to send him to you. You can teach him. Santosh, do you hear that?
Nothing can be done about that girl.
There you go. The master of taste is here. Let me give some to Sira to taste. Here, taste it and tell me how it is.
No, 𝐀𝐻𝐿. I cannot eat this. I'm going to the temple to serve. I'll eat once I'm back. Just as Sahiba used to do it.
It's so strange, Sirat. At every special occasion, Sahiba and I would always tell you to come with us to the temple and pray. And you would always refuse. And today, you are fasting and going there to give your services. What brought such a change in you?
𝐀𝐻𝐿, when a person sees the mistake they made, they learn to tell the difference between right and wrong in the situation. I will not repeat any mistakes that I have done for as long as I am alive. So I will go to the temple and pray with a pure heart and ask for forgiveness and another chance so that I can live a long, happy life. Here, Mum, may I help you? And I might learn what is made on this holiday and how it is made and all of the other traditions.
Tell your sister that. It's better late than not at all. But this is not applicable in everyday life. At times it gets so late, and things get so much worse that one cannot make amends even if one wants to.
So? When did you get so weak, huh? You lost control. Look over there. She does as she pleases in this house.
Just for a few days, Gary. Then you shall see. Everything will be sorted.
What do you mean? What's gonna happen? What are you doing? So you,
Who is it? Answer it.
Oh, a spam call. Marketing for loans and insurance.
Spam calls? You have a private number. How do you get spam calls?
Exactly. I was wondering the same. I think that you just can't trust anyone nowadays.
I think something is wrong. Let me see who she's talking to.
Look at Veer, working as a slave for his poor sister-in-law. I'm telling you, she will turn every one of us into her puppets if we let her. We need to do something about her. Why are you calling me repeatedly? Sirat, I cannot keep answering your calls like this, okay? Right now is not a good time.
So when will the time be right, huh? I can wait, or better, I have an idea. Honestly, let me do this. Let me ask the priest for an auspicious hour. To ask him when would be the right time to call you from now.
What are you saying? I am in some trouble here. Had I not hidden the phone, then Angad would have seen the screen.
And that would have been great. Now listen to me very carefully. Today is special. First day of the new year. I want us to begin a new and happy life together with a new year from today. So I'm going to the temple and you are coming with me. We'll seek the Lord's blessings together.
Oh, so this is why Sister Sirat wants to go to the temple. To meet her boyfriend.
Come on, Sirat. From where do you get these silly ideas?
It doesn't matter, but I mean it. You better be there at the temple. I'm doing all of this for our future, and if you don't show up, I'll come to your house and tell everyone the truth so they can finally see your true colors.
Sirat, no! Don't even think about doing that, or it will worsen everything for us.
My whole life is ruined. And you want to brush all of it off. Anyway, now it's all up to you. If you come to the temple, I won't need to visit your home, right?
Okay. I will be there. I promise you.
See you then. At the big temple at 7 o'clock. Do you want me to repeat it?
It's okay. I got it.
Sister Sirat, you won't be able to trick me this time. I must inform Sister Sahiba.
Hey, why did you call? I was with my family.
How would I even know who you're with? And it's not like we have anything to talk about. You wouldn't even tell me if I asked you. I only called you because I couldn't reach Sahiba's phone. Get her on the line.
I can't do that.
Hey, but...
Firstly, she's busy with the family, and I can't give her my phone when everyone is standing around.
Hey, fool. My sister isn't a coward like you are. She doesn't care who is around. Just get her on the line.
Hello? I am not a fool, and you should stop threatening me.
What did you say?
I mean, I can't get Sahiba on the line right now. It's too tricky.
It will be a mess.
I don't care. Not just a mess, it will be chaos.
This matter is very serious and important. Veer, I need to talk to her urgently.
Okay, fine, but listen to me. Keep your voice low. I can hear you like you're on a loudspeaker.
Hey, who are you chatting with, huh? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you having an affair, perhaps?
Oh, come on, Mom. I don't have any affairs.
He is just wasting my time now. Why won't he get her on the line?
Listen, my dear, be honest with me. Who were you talking to? Do I happen to know this girl?
Girl? What girl? There is no girl whatsoever. Which girl, Mom? I think you're just overthinking. There is no girl.
Hold on. Are you talking to a boy?
What is he on about? What affair? What girl? Why can't he just get Sahiba on the line? Oh my goodness.
Oh, so you like boys?
Mom, relax. Calm down. Give your thoughts a bit of a break. I don't love anyone right now, okay?
Then who is this?
No one.
But,
What have you done? You ruined all the flowers. What's your problem? Do you know they're considered sacred today? Show some courtesy towards festivals and traditions, please.
You can stop this act of being well-cultured. It only irritates me more. You snuck into the kitchen this morning. Did you think you'd be allowed inside the prayer room as well? How dare you even enter the prayer room?
Angad, Sahiba never once set foot in the prayer room. Stop blaming her for no reason.
Dear, elders often have to make youngsters do things they do not wish to do, but later they realize the elders do everything for their own well-being and betterment of life. You must go to the temple and offer prayers, and you will both do this together as a couple.